Yeah, so by this point, we're starting to play with our cameras in our house. And we were really investigating our house because they tell you not to investigate the house. But we started capturing things in our lens and on film, and it started taking us down the rabbit hole.
Yeah, it all started with, okay, um, spent way too much money on Amazon
Yes, yeah, we spent a lot of money
and
on
a
it.
couple other websites that specifically sell paranormal stuff.
We could be a store right now.
But it's like, okay, we have this stuff. How do we don't really know how to use it. So it's like, yeah, we're just going to start playing with it. Let's see what the settings do. Let's see how it works. Let's turn it on, turn it off, do it in the dark, do it in the light, whatever. In our living room, we set it up and we turn the lights off, and it was like, wow, what am I seeing?
Yeah.
Because this doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah. It wasn't normal stuff. It wasn't something like you would expect to see. And it was made you question it.
And then as we've did that more and more, we wanted to keep kind of looking at that stuff, right? Because now it's like, oh, now I have to look.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. It's like the bad car wreck. You're driving by. It's like you have to.
You can't look away. It's like
right. So that now becomes like our mission on a regular basis at night. After all the kids are in bed and everything's all put down from that sense, it's like, okay, let's see what we can capture. But then it's also kind of coinciding with some of the feelings you're having.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, we started feeling the cold spots in the house. Certain rooms I would get more affected than other rooms, especially in our hallway. That would be like a main fairway for energy and things like that we started to notice. And then the orbs we started calling them orbs, but then we kind of dropped back to calling them light anomalies because, like I said, orbs are kind of like that argument everybody could have. Oh, it's water, it's dust, it's this, it's that. Well, we're kind of starting to figure it out.
Well, we've seen so many things, and we're at the point now where it's like we don't want to be just the group that says, "Oh, this is what we have."
Yeah, absolutely.
So we've turned into like our goal is to prove it not paranormal.
Yeah.
In order to prove it paranormal.
Yeah, absolutely.
So everything we find, it's like, let's find every ounce of evidence that can prove that it's not something paranormal or it's explainable. And if we can't explain it, then it's an unexplained anomaly.
Yeah.
I think that's a good way to describe that.
Yeah. So we're on the spiritual awakening now. I mean, we've taken it beyond that now because I think that's another show because we kind of want to just baby step into this. It's a lot. We could talk for days about all the stuff that we captured in our living room and the feelings that I've had and having to accept the fact that I could be this empathic person. And I'm not afraid of it. I'm not sure where I want to go with it. So I've kind of held it at bay a little bit. So we're going to fast forward a little bit so we don't keep you here for another 2 hours because we could be up all night doing
this much.
So we've seen an ad for a show and we really just wanted somebody to come in and confirm what we were capturing. Is this what we're really capturing or is this just our imagination?
Yeah.
Because you go back and forth about it. You almost lose sleep over it sometimes because we have seen shadows in the house. We've seen shadows in the hallway. You're catching things out of the corner of your eyes. You might hear something. I hear people that aren't there. I don't have schizophrenia. Well, not that I'm aware of. I don't think I do, but I might have it after this.
We're also kind of going through kind of like waves up and downs of kind of like not negative or bad, but like kind of like that days where she's super affected, super dizzy, everybody's short-tempered for a couple days type of thing. Like we're obviously being affected by something.
Yeah.
Right. I don't think it's necessarily evil or bad or negative, but there's something going on.
Yeah. It's not demonic.
And we really thought, hey, this would be fun, but more so of is this real? Is this in our head? What are we capturing? Is this real stuff?
Yeah. So we sent a video in to this team and lo and behold, they emailed us. And I'm like, oh my God, they emailed us. And I'm like, in my mind, I'm thinking they're never going to come. What we gave them in video is so stupid. We're going to waste their time. We're going to be all embarrassed and we're going to feel like idiots. And so they wanted to see more of what we had. And after that, we had captured my first serious episode of vertigo where I had to actually sit down.
Yeah.
I was so dizzy and so affected, I had to sit down to kind of compose myself. And we captured that on video. And so the guy goes like, "Yeah, I want to see that." So I'm like, "I don't know. This is just, I don't know." So we sent it in anyways. It was like, "All right, we're pushing you guys to the front of the storyboard."
Yeah.
In no time was our intention to ever be on TV, to go that route. We just wanted somebody to confirm, are we really dealing with something paranormal, or is it just our flippant imagination?
And
Maybe I'm really stroking out. I don't know.
and even now, we've gone through the motions of putting together this YouTube channel and Facebook and all
Yeah.
this stuff and making a logo and do these things. And yeah, we have a team, we have other members that do this stuff with us, but um and as you follow and learn, this is that journey of kind of looking beyond what is the norms and finding our spiritual awakening. This is not about clicks and likes and stuff like that, although we'd
Mm.
like you to watch it, but we're hoping that maybe someone has another question that feels the same way and can relate and maybe just want to watch our journey. But I guess it's kind of like a video diary. We have to document all the stuff
Yeah.
we're going through.
And maybe you have questions that we can answer or help you through. Like, most of our investigations right now, which haven't been too many, because it seems like every time we start getting on our feet, we have a disaster. But we'll get through it. But if you have questions or you want to email us, our we have a website and we're available to talk to. If you want us to do an investigation, that's great. We don't charge for anything, but this isn't to get famous, like Ryan said. We're not wanting clicks. Yeah, like and share the stories with other people, just because we want to share our journey, and that's it. We're not monetized. We don't get nothing out of this.
Yeah, we don't plan to be.
Um,
We want to get people to follow our journey, and
Yeah.
so we kind of have to say that before we show any of the other stuff, because it's like we're not showing this stuff to try to
Become
be
famous.
popular,
Yeah,
right?
it's not what this is at all. It's in all of this. We're just there. There's so many other stories that are kind of like ours, that there has to be something to this. It can't just be a million people's imagination that we're seeing things. Whether it's you're seeing ghosts or shadows or apparitions or manifestations. Um, I don't invite demons into my life, but not to say that it can't happen. So for those who are just starting out in this, like we did, and we're still super green, we want to share the do's and don'ts, what not to do and what you can do and what you need to do, because we're learning from other people that have been in this business for a long time. And we're starting to meet some really cool and knowledgeable people. And that's awesome to me. That, I just think that's
And
awesome.
people from all different walks of the paranormal kind of circle, everything from the entertainment side, the TV side, to the just the standard talk show that's opening up the eyes to more than just the entertainment side of this. And that's kind of where we're at. We're not kind of in one specific box.
So we're going to show you a video. This wasn't the video that made us send our footage into this show. This actually happened 3 days before this crew showed up to our house. They said, "Don't investigate your house anymore." And we're like, "Okay." But we got a new camera and we were just kind of playing around with it. And I'm like, "Well, this is boring." So we actually got my daughter's little urn of ashes out. This is the only second time that we'd ever done that. And her locket of hair and a little teddy bear she had written all over. And one of the reasons my daughter became homeless and became mentally ill, she lost a baby 3 weeks to her due date. So in some of the footage before, I kind of noticed that there was this.
I guess it'd be like an initial anomaly and then a follow-up kind of smaller anomaly.
And it was a pattern. It was like when you saw the one anomaly, this other little one would follow the anomaly out, and they would always go the same direction, always. And the second anomaly was kind of childlike. That it kind of had childlike movements, the way a child would move.
one would be
And
kind of direct in its movement, the
yeah.
other one kind of bouncing around and stuff, but in the same direction.
Yeah. So I always kind of equated that to my daughter and her daughter. So I very much feel like her spirit's in this house, and I very much feel like her daughter's spirit's in this house. So this was a video that we weren't even really investigating. This was a new camera. I was sitting in my living room. I was sitting on the floor in pitch black. Ryan had the night vision camera.
This is more so we got this full spectrum camera. We got infrared light on, and it's more of like a, hey, let's just see the settings, see what it is, and then we got bored, like you said, and it kind of turned into.
And it turned into this, which was
an impromptu investigation.
So this is the video we're going to show you here. When I'm sitting here, I go, Leanne, poke my shoulder like you do. And this is what we captured. So that's it. Maybe we can slow it down a little bit. Sometimes when we slow the video down, it kind of takes away a little bit of it. So
yeah, watch closely. You can see it again.
So you'll see after I say poke my shoulder, everything in front of me is her ashes, her locket of hair. You'll see a manifestation, and it'll be right in front of me, and it'll go to the left.
Mm-hmm. There it comes right there.
So that white wispy little thing right there. So,
and we'll post this video too at some point, right? Just the raw video.
Oh yeah, yeah. We're gonna.
So you can watch it over and over and critique it and say whatever you're gonna say and look at everything. But, I mean, that's pretty significant thing that comes out of the carpet there, kind of out of nowhere, and it looks very distinct. Yeah.
And I've never seen Ryan react to anything really, and he lost his voice, couldn't talk. But I will make that a shorter version, so people can see the full video, but not in this hour of us doing this.
Yeah, and maybe we'll break down all of our feelings and all that stuff, and we'll have like an actual video on that. But we'll post the video so you can see it.
Yeah, but that was pretty amazing.
Oh yeah.
And it's quite the capture for a couple of beginners. So,
and it was crazy because I see it clear as day. I'm just looking at the little LCD screen on the camera, and I reacted to it, and I had some very, very unique physical reactions. I felt like I had the wind knocked out of me when that passed by me, and that's why I couldn't really talk. And then it got a little bit creepy when you see stuff like that. You don't know how to react to it because I've never seen it before.
And the thing is, I don't see it because I'm in pitch black, and I'm at one point I'm like, you need to calm down.
Calm down.
Just calm down.
What do you mean just calm down? I just watched something appear on the carpet.
Yeah, but then I went back and watched it. I'm like, holy cow, that is just completely insane. So all of this led to this next clip we're going to show you. Hopefully we don't get dinged for this on YouTube. But we sent our video to Ghost Ventures House Calls. I never really thought that they would call us. We kind of did it just to be fun. I mean, yeah, we wanted somebody to come, and I seen the scene, and it's like, well, let's send it in. I actually made a video for my work, and then of course I had to redo the video, but they ended up coming to our house, and they spent 3 days at our house and confirmed quite a bit. So in this show, obviously it's entertainment. So there's always an entertainment element to these shows. I don't discount their work. It's not for me to say, oh, you guys are frauds or this or that. I think everybody adds their own spin on things, and they always have something to bring to the table. Had it not been for this show, I don't know if we would have ever been here. Now, in saying that, do I agree with the way shows always present things? No, I don't. But that's not my deal. I'm just here to share my story. These guys just happen to be a part of it. I have never met a better crew of people.
Oh, they're fantastic people. Everybody from the production people, the producers, the people, driving the vans to the actual guys. Like everybody was super respectful. They were nice. There was no dramatics behind it.
Yeah. Yeah, because you think really in the beginning, you think, oh, only like 5 people are going to show up. No, this was a flipping production.
No, yeah, it was a production, and they had a lot of stuff going on. And when people hear, oh, it's a production, they think of like, oh, it's fake or whatever, dramatized. And yeah, they have to do certain things to get all the stuff in order to make their episode, all the extra shots that they do of the front of your house, back of your house, doors opening and closing. They interview you separately, so they have to film all that, and they have all the lights and cameras and action and all that stuff for that.
But our story is very real. What you see in this house, for the most part, is very real. Like I said, we're not here to make money, to be famous, to do anything. We just wanted to get some confirmation, and we did get that. And the negative stuff that was at our house is now gone.
Yeah, a lot of that kind of like negative, heavy energy.
Yeah,
it went away.
But we still are very much active in this house.
Yeah,
and it's all good stuff.
It's all stuff that's good, and it's not really scary. And someone else in the industry had told me, I'll kind of talk about this while you're setting up this clip. That he believes that how you are in life is how you are in death, or in your spiritual realm, whether you want to call it your soul or your spiritual universe, wherever you're at there. So yeah, I mean, I feel like if you're a nice person in life, then you're going to be kind of a nice person when you're a spirit, when you're I remember on that screen. And if you're kind of like a jokester or kind of a butthead when you're alive, that's might be how you are when you're in the spiritual universe messing around. So I really feel that some of the spirits were related to some of the ashes that we had, not the ones we still have, but we did remove at least one side of those ashes.
Yes, we did.
And they did some cleansings and things that's something that we don't really understand, but
we'll get there, and we'll share some of our
Palo Santo
with was really good though.
Yeah, it's all part of our journey, but it's all good things that have been kind of left here, and those are the things that we want to continue to be here, because you don't always have to just be scared and don't interact with spirits, especially when they're your family.
Yeah, absolutely.
It
doesn't always have to be a scary thing. It's not always a demonic thing. Just to say, there are no demons in my house. There never has been. Anyway, so we're going to show you this clip. This is going to be the last clip we show tonight, because we're kind of running past our time here. Let's see here. Gotta do this. So this is Ghost Adventures House Calls. It's a spinoff. It's a spinoff from the original Ghost Adventures, and we're season 2, episode 2, and it's Shasta Lake Emergency. So it kind of makes us laugh.
That's what we call the Hollywood side of things.
Yeah,
and I understand it's the entertainment value, and that's part of what they do. But they are legitimately paranormal investigators. They've obviously been doing it for a long time. They're very professional. The way they approached everything was very professional. And what you see on there is what actually happened. Those were the feelings that we got. Those were the things.
So we're only going to show you the intro to this. If you want to watch this episode just to get a sense of what we really went through, it's Discovery Plus, Travel Go, Discovery Go, Amazon Prime.
Anywhere that you can stream anything, it's Discovery Channel.
And we will come back, and we will come back and break this episode down. We won't show the whole episode. I'm not sure. So we're pretty new at this, so I don't want to get dinged on YouTube and have a bunch of angry producers calling me. So we'll break it down the best that we can on another episode.
But we think that if you really want to watch it, go there and watch it, because
it'll give you a better idea.
They work their tail off to put this production together. And although there are a few, let me emphasize, a few things that we kind of disagree with how it was. We understand it's entertainment from that side. From an investigation and paranormal standpoint, that is 100% like legitimate what went on.
Yeah. Okay. So here we go.
How often do you say there's activity going on in the house?
It's probably been on a daily basis.
You know, we're kind of at a loss right now.
It did it again. It just did it again.
I don't like this. I'm going to try not to use this phone.
Okay.
That's a sure sign that something is affecting you and making you feel that way.
It's a gateway.
Oh my God.
They could be having a demonic infestation.
Lauren!
What?
Come here, quick.
Okay, I'm gonna call the guy.
Okay, so that's about all we're going to show you on that. So, like I said, or like we both said, if you want to really get an idea of what we really went through, watch this episode. Like Ryan said, some of it we don't really 100% agree with, and that's kind of the beginning of this episode, but it's okay. We understand it. We're not angry, not mad. We're kind of grateful for the experience, and we hope to have more experiences with different paranormal teams and going to Paracons and things of that nature to learn more about where we want to go with this. So,
Not everybody is a fan or believer or whatever in any of this stuff to begin with, and then when you throw in, entertainment and TV shows, people tend to, especially in the gist I've gotten in kind of the paranormal world, there's certain people that are just, nope, it's scripted, and certain people are like, yeah, it's about making money. I get it. It's entertainment. They're selling a TV show.
yeah.
But the experience we had was real.
Yeah, very real.
The investigation side of it, the evidence that they captured is real. And a little teaser, watch the episode because some of the stuff that they captured looks very similar to the stuff that we captured.
Absolutely.
Yes, very similar.
So,
I guess we can break down more of that stuff later and then follow along with the journey that we have. It's our spiritual awakening. It's hers independently, it's mine, and then ours collectively. And then a lot of it will make more sense when we,
yeah, and hopefully it'll open the door for you. I mean, we're all spiritual in different ways, it's just, there's so much more that we're going to share down the road. It's kind of fun to be open-minded and wonder what else is out there and what all this means, because I don't believe when we leave our physical bodies that's it. We run on energy. We eat food that gives us energy. We, this earth is runs on energy. So I can't believe that
frequencies and energy.
Yeah, I can't accept the fact that, when you die, you're done. I don't get that feeling. And your higher power, whatever that's your God, whatever that is for you. I mean, the biggest gift that we've been given is these memories and dreaming and this recollection of things and things that just are unexplainable on some days. So there has to be more to this. And that's where our spiritual awakening is kind of coming around, and we'll probably take different directions, and we'll get off the path of paranormal and we'll come back to it. So we're going to be a little bit of everything.
There's so many different things that you can investigate, check on. We're going to continue to do paranormal investigations in our search for other people that are similar to us so that we can share our experiences and document their experiences. That's kind of really what this is about. It's not about proving that paranormal activity exists, because I think that's already been done.
Yeah. Right?
We're not trying to figure out where you go after you die. We might ask some of those questions, but there's so many things, and that's something too that in order for us to continue on this journey with our spiritual awakening, we need you to ask us some questions, open up some of those doors too, so that we can.
And then
maybe it's something we don't know about.
Yeah, and then I've read a few books. Well, I'm reading a few books. One book it's about being an empath, and I will start that diary series pretty soon. But then I've read books about orbs. Like I said, that's on our webpage, www.paranormaltriage.com. That was an interesting book about orbs, and it was written by a very educated people. So it's not like they're just ding dongs that are running around going, look at these orbs. But, and that's no offense to ding dongs running around sharing stories about orbs, because that would be us. But then I also read a book. It's Theater of the Mind by Dave Schrader. It's just a fun book to read. I like Dave Schrader. He's interesting. He makes me laugh. I don't get nothing out of this. He doesn't even know I'm sharing that book. But Theater of the Mind, a fun little book to read. And it's just different people's accounts. And I think some of Dave Schrader's accounts are the paranormal. So, yeah, anyway.
Yeah, and I think, we want to approach everything that we investigate, not only from a paranormal level, but some of the questions, like you read these people's stories, and it's not just about ghosts. It's you got monsters and aliens and UFOs and all this stuff. And are they connected? Are they not connected? Yeah, so approaching it from looking at the shows, how realistic are the shows? Is it really all theater, or is it people that actually care? And I believe that Ghost Adventures actually does care. But it's everything. Everything can be questioned. Everything can be investigated.
All right, cool.
Okay.
Well, thank you for joining us. And I know this was a little long-winded, but thank you for watching. Please like, share, just share our story. Like I said, we're not monetized. We just want to share stories, and we want to know what you have to say about it. So please comment. If you don't want to like and subscribe and share it, then at least comment.
Yeah.
And no animals, darn it. I'm not a cat paranormal investigator. Anyways, all right. Have a good night.
All right,
We'll
bye.
see ya.
Spiritual awakening.